G'day guys, welcome back to Brodie Tries New Things, and this is Brodie and Emma's cooking channel, and tonight we are making curried sausages. Yes, curried sausages. So, quick one for you. So it is not sausage curry, it is curried sausages. So it's like currying an egg. You use powdered curry. So it's a completely different method to, say, making a chicken curry or an Indian curry. This is a very Aussie thing. We've already had one argument before this because Emma's posh and I'm not. So where I grew up in the bush, in the sticks, you had snags. You cooked it up, you chucked your powder in, you made your sauce, which we're going to show you how to make, and then you cut it up and then you bung it on some toast with lots of butter. Buttered toast, and just bung it on and smashed it down, whereas she has to have rice because she's fancy. Like I said to her, if you're going to be that fancy, make a chicken curry, make a buttered chicken. But she doesn't do that. She's telling me that apparently I'm the odd one out, but not true. So I'm going to cook the snags. So I'll probably do them for about 15 minutes in the air fryer at 220, and then I'll start making up the curry. Meanwhile, while I'm doing that, Emma will be making her rice. Everyone knows how to do rice. We do it the method where you put, say, half a cup in the thing and a cup of water, bring it to boil, and then just turn it off and leave it, and it'll suck it up and it'll just go to a solid clump of grossness. Anyway, I'll have mine on toast and I'll show you that. So let's get to it. Okay, so we've got our snags on. I've put them on for 20 minutes at 200. Not sure I'll leave them on for that long yet. The water for the rice is going. It actually looks like it's already boiled, which is really quick. Don't think there's much rice in there. So next step is the onion. So this is where my recipe differs from the olden days, or I don't know if the olden days is the right one for it. My mum heard me say that, she would whack me. So now we're gonna do the onion. I do it different to the traditional way. The traditional way is to just cut it up and cook it. I'm going to caramelize it, so I'm going to show you how to caramelize it. So I'm going to cut our onion first without cutting the fingers off, which for me is something I could easily do regularly because I can't do knives. Although if you watched my video earlier, my salad one, it did look like I'm pro with the knife today, but tonight not so. Alright, so I cut my onion, I'm going to cut it in rings, and then I'm going to cut it into quarters. That's it done. So I'm going to bung that in a saucepan, what is it called?
Fry pan.
Do another one, fry pan. Yep. So we pre-greased from earlier. So we'll put that in, and then next we want a healthy tablespoon of butter in there with it. We do need to turn it on at some point, but that's okay. I'll do that now. So we'll turn that one on. Then the next step, brown sugar. So we want probably a tablespoon, maybe less, of brown sugar. And we're going to bung that in too. So in there, let that simmer, cook, do a little mix as it goes, but don't really have to do much to it. Now onto the curry. So to do the curry, it's very similar to white sauce, except we're using curry instead of cheese. So we're going to put some butter in our pot. 2 tablespoons, please. Emma, if that is your real name. Okay, so we want to turn the butter on and start melting it. The trick is patience. So Just letting it slowly melt, not being too keen. And then we need our flour, which we will use a tablespoon of. So we'll put a tablespoon of flour in, and then I'll show you the next step when we get to that. But and also our curry, we'll probably do, I don't know, maybe half a tablespoon of that. Depends how much you like curry. I do mine pretty strong. And milk, I forgot to get the milk out. Very important that you have milk, because if you don't have the milk, you ain't making it. Well, luckily I've got some milk here. Full cream, don't use anything but full cream. You'd be stupid if you used something different. Anywho.
You could probably use cream as well, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Chicken cream? Not sure.
Well, we'll probably almost put our flour in now. Don't be afraid to put more than what you usually would. We've got to make so much. I'm going to put a fair bit of milk in it. So, yeah, so a nice heaped spoon like that. And that's too hot, so we'll turn it right down. That's the wrong one. That's the back one. Yep. So want it as low as possible. Hello. Just, yeah, okay. That's just got 2 tablespoons today. We're going to put a bit of extra butter in. We're going to put a bit of extra butter in. So now you just want to mix it furiously on low heat. If you burn it, you've stuffed it. So that's okay. Okay, so we're going to cook the flour off. Usually when I do it, it's a bit more watery, so it bubbles a lot more. You've got to see when it's cooked off and it stops bubbling. But Emma does it a different way. Either way, if we're making curry, it doesn't really matter. Curry powder in.
I gotta save now.
You can see over here the rice is pretty well done now. But we just leave it in there until we're done. Right, then we're going to add milk. So you generally sort of do as much, make as much as what you're going to need. So. Even though I am a better cook, she does no more. That's what are you doing now?
Mixing it until it...
Why have you got that fandangled machine?
So you don't get lumps.
And what is it?
A whisk.
A whisk. Okay, so you need to use a whisk so you don't get lumps. Or if you're a man like me, you just use the spoon. Or if you're a woman that doesn't give a fuck. I shouldn't generalise. If you're a woman that cares or a man that cares, use a whisk. If you're a man or a woman that doesn't give a fuck, don't. Just use a spoon. Now, basically, you'll just simmer that till it goes thick.
It just stops the lumps when you use the whisk.
Once it thickens up, it's ready. So I'm just going to start getting some toast ready because I'm keen. Well, actually, I probably shouldn't get the toast ready. I just got to cut the sausages. Oh, good. I'm just going to pause you guys, and I'll come back when that's thick and they're done. So 10 minutes for them to be done. That's about when that'll be thick. We'll chuck that in. So there we go, guys. Okay, so we just bunged our
Onion mix.
onion mix into the... Sorry, let's start that one again. Alright, so we've just added our onion into the mixture. So that will add a sugary, sort of brown sugary flavour to the curry. So yeah, so that's how you make the curry sauce. As you can see, it is starting to thicken up. I could probably crank a bit of heat into it now and get that thickened up. Got the toast there ready to go. Remember, loads of butter on that toast. Or you've got rice, just boring old rice. What else was there? Is there more to it? A little bit of pepper on it when that's done, but hey, that's all I can think of right now. I feel there was one more thing I had to say. What was it? Make sure you got a can of Coke. You have a can of Coke with it. And
no.
that's what I was going to say. If you did want to make this into actual curry, then you need some stock, some tomato paste, like sold tomatoes, and a few other bits and pieces, and you can actually make it into like a proper curry. But this is how we do it in Australia. This is curried sausages. Right, sausage curry. And it will taste great. I promise. Weird, but great. Is that right?
Yes. Yep.
On toast. Has to be on toast. Not on bloody rice. So I'm going to put a thing in on my page. I'm going to put a poll. That's what the other thing was. I'm going to put a poll. And it's going to say, how do you have your snags? No, so how would you have your curry snags, or how are you going to have your curry snags? On toast, like a real bogan, or on rice, like an upper class woman? So please let me know, because this is an argument in our household that needs to be settled, and if I win, then we're going to have it on toast all the time. If she wins, I've got to have it on rice. Don't want that to happen, so let us know, because I know you gents out there are going to side with the woman, but don't in this case, because everyone knows buttered, salty ass toast with this on it is going to be better.
Try both and see what you like more.
Snags are pretty well done.
Sauce is done.
Sauce is thickened. Look at that. So we'll turn that off now. It's nice and thick, ready to go. Okay, so you want to cut up your sausages, put them in the curry, mix them in, and then put your toast on. Okay, so this is how they do it in the rich part.
That's poo, lad. That's a full poo.
Bigger spoon.
Of Bougainville is their rice and their sausage and curry. Now, the best way, toast. So, if you know anything about cooking toast, if it's any less brown than that, it ain't cooked. You may as well just have bread. So generally I'd like it a little bit darker, but I'm hungry and I want to get this filmed, so we'll get this over. So now, you want copious amounts of butter. See that? They want it to look like cheese on there. Here's the curry. Greens or colours like baby shit, but some taste like it. So, there's your butter.
You've got to put the butter on when it's warm so it melts.
Can't forget your Coca-Cola.
Do you want these cut up or?
Without a can of Coke, it ain't done.
Do you want those cut up?
Nope. Bung some on. So you want a bit of a pile, like a dog's done shit in your toast. Yep, perfect.
Oh, hang on, we've got to straight
Yeah,
on.
that snags a bit joined together still, but that's alright. So you've got how it should be.
Bro, I caved its head in.
How it could be. So I'll let you decide. So thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Remember, let us know which
Rice is
one.
better.
No, rice is not better. You have it like that. And your can of Coke. Has to be ice cold out of the freezer. Perfecto. Why do you want to taste something? Just let people know if it tastes shitty or not.
I know it doesn't taste shitty. I have it like this all the time. It's gonna be hot.
I feel like I didn't put enough curry in for mine, but I'll just bung some chili on mine.
It's hot.
It's hot? Yep, well, it must taste good then. Alright, thanks guys. See you later. Bye.
Welcome to Brodie Tries New Things. Brodie tries new things. Whoa, Brodie tries new things. YouTube channel. Like, comment, and subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe. Welcome to Brodie Tries New Things.